Hi, Jay here, EscobarJ.com, and this video is going to be adversity. And specifically with adversity, I want to talk to you about your nutrition. Last time we talked about exercise, and the time before that we talked about taking it one day at a time. But today I want to talk to you about how nutrition is such an important part of going through adversity. And literally, when you're going through hardship, your body needs to be able to adapt. It needs to be able to think properly and feel properly. And that's why your nutrition is so important in your life, because things are going to happen. Negative things are going to happen. It's Moore's law. What can go wrong will go wrong. It's just part of life. And sometimes those things happen in consecutive order, where it's like a negative thing happens to you. Right after that, another negative thing happens to you. Right after that, another negative thing happens to you. And it seems like that can go on for a while. So it's very important that you're putting things into your body that are going to feed it and give it the proper nutrients to fill it up and to think properly, and feel good, and that your body can take away the proper nutrients from the foods that you're eating. If you're eating a lot of fried shit and a lot of unhealthy sugar, tons of sugar and carbohydrates, junk food, candy, sugar, ice creams, donuts, that type of crap, processed foods even, like things that come in packages, like cup of noodles and top ramen and these instant rices and instant foods and these microwavable foods. I mean, those are trash for you. They're highly processed. They're filled with tons of fillers and additives and preservatives that are terrible for your body. They kill your micro gut biome and really just don't give you any sort of proper nutrients to your body to feed your mind and to feed your body to start utilizing the proper pathways in your body to create the neurological pathways, to create proper pathways to your cells so that they can get properly nutrients into them. So I say this because, and I'll share a few different things that you can do to help improve your nutrition. What I use is the ketogenic diet, and if you haven't heard about that, I'll post a video right here about the ketogenic diet. I'll also post them down in the description. But there's a lot of different diets and different nutritional based facts and nutritional based things you can do just to start boosting and help put yourself into a positive trajectory. And it's about doing the little small things every day over the course of time that you'll start to see really radical and really big changes in your life. And I know a lot of times for me, sometimes depending on what the thing is, sometimes it's hard to start things off slowly and then gradually change your habits. Sometimes you just need a kick in the pants. You need a 90-day challenge just to go full force. But other times, there are times when doing it gradually is the better approach. So it's just about discerning and finding what works best for you. What worked best for me is I got to a point where I just said, okay, I've had it with this. I've had it with my body, the way I feel. I feel like garbage all the time. I feel lethargic and lazy. I don't want to do anything. So I literally, we just, one day, we just said, we're tired of this. We're going to switch. We're going to, from this point forward, we are going to just start eating better. So, and part of that is getting educated and getting yourself the proper information and knowledge about what is good and what isn't good. And once you start learning that and you start getting passionate about those things, you can start incorporating those things into your daily regimen when you go shopping or when you look at foods. I highly recommend you learn macros, what's good and what's not good for you. Specifically with a ketogenic diet, anything that's processed, anything that has sugar, and anything that has high carbohydrates in it, you want to stay away from. And the reason why is because carbohydrates and sugar, they immediately tell your brain and your body to store those things as fat, because your brain and body are primarily running on glucose. When those things break down, they break down into glucose. When you flip that on its head and you start utilizing fats for fuel, good fats for fuel instead of carbohydrates and sugar, your body runs on what's called ketones. And it just flips the script on your brain and on your body. It tells your brain and body to run on those ketones, and what that does is allows you to start burning fats instead of sugars. And that's the whole point, is you can put your body in hyperdrive. And even if you don't necessarily exercise, you can see rapid weight loss just with this ketogenic diet. And there's other diets too that can help you achieve weight loss as well. Like for instance, the Whole30 diet is just basically eating a lot of whole foods. The paleo diet is another good one. The carnivore diet is another good one. And there's some subsets of the ketogenic diet that you can also do, like dirty keto and clean keto and a few other ones. But that being said, your nutrition is so important because literally you are what you eat. You are what you put into your body repeatedly. And if you constantly are putting things in it that aren't feeding it properly, or if you're doing things to it that are not benefiting it, like smoking or doing drugs or excessive alcohol, then those things are eventually over time are going to add up, and those are going to have negative compounding effects on your body in the long term. And a lot of people think, oh, well, it's not right now, right? But that's a short-term victim, immediate gratification mentality. You're not thinking about the long-term health and the long-term well-being of yourself. And you get to a point once you start incorporating these nutritional facts and these good routines and regimens into your diet and into your life, you become passionate about it, and because you start to see the shift in focus, and you start to see how much better you feel when you start eating cleaner, and when you start putting things in your body and stop putting things in your body that are going to destroy it. In fact, I was today at Walmart. I was at Walmart today, and I was going shopping, and I saw this guy. I was going down one of the aisles, and I saw this guy. It was the soda aisle and the candy aisle, and I like to go get some beef jerky, and I'm very selective on my beef jerky. But essentially, he was blocking the entire aisle, so I was sitting there waiting for him, and he was just grabbing 2 liter after 2 liter after 2 liter of this knockoff cola brand. And I just thought, and the guy was like frail. I mean, he only looked like he was in his 50s, but he was so frail. He was like shaking as he was taking the 2 liter off the shelf or whatever, the little dispenser thing, and putting it into his cart. And he literally had, I think, probably 10 to 15 2 liters, and he was still grabbing more by the time I had gone to him. And I just thought to myself, man, I wonder how often you grab this much soda, and I wonder how often you drink this shit. And it's no wonder your body's all frail and shaky. But he was like a thin guy. He was like a skinny, tall, skinny guy, but he just looked so frail and weak. And he was with this woman who was like pretty big, definitely overweight woman, and I could just tell their habits were they were terrible. They were awful, and because those sodas have so much garbage in them. If you have a problem drinking soda, I promise you, if you replace your soda habit with, I'm going to say water, but sometimes it's hard for people when they're addicted to soda because they need the carbonation feeling. So if you just switch from soda to carbonated water, or those fizzy drinks, I drink them all the time. Bubbly, LaCroix, Perrier, those flavored waters that are actually just water, but they're just carbonated water with a little bit of natural flavoring in them. 0 calories, 0 sugars, 0 sodium, like 0 everything, right? If you just switch from soda to that, you'll find that you'll get your soda fix because you get the bubbly carbonation feeling, and that's personally, I like that feeling, and I absolutely love those drinks. They're delicious, and Bubbly has some delicious flavors, like they got pineapple and mango and raspberry and apple, and they're delicious. I bought some today. I bought pineapple and apple. So that being said, if you just switch from soda and start drinking those carbonated drinks, and then eventually switching from those carbonated drinks to water once you feel like you don't need the carbonated drinks anymore, you will notice a huge, just from that one switch, you will notice a huge difference in your nutrition and in the way you feel. And that's not even talking about eating keto or doing anything with your diet per se, like just eating. It's just about decreasing that sugar intake and decreasing your insulin response. I promise you, you'll feel so much better if you have a problem with soda. But if you want to take it to a different level, start researching ketogenic diet, paleo diet, Whole30 diet. Just start eating whole foods, fruits and vegetables. If you want to eat some sugar, fruits are great ways to get natural sugar that still tastes good. You get your sweet fix, and they're delicious. Berries are one of my favorite things, and you can have berries in moderation on the keto diet. Vegetables are so good for you. Your body just absorbs that nutrition so well when you just start incorporating those things into your life. Salads and eating high quality chicken and high quality meat and high quality eggs and high quality just everything. You change those habits, and eventually over time you feel better mentally. You start feeling a lot better, and that's the whole point behind what I'm bringing up with nutrition. Is when you're going through adversity. I'm going to tie this back into adversity. The whole reason why you want to do this is because when you're going through tough stuff, you're only making it more difficult on yourself by eating crappy foods and putting things in your body that aren't good for it. When you put the proper nutrients in your body, you will feel better, you'll look better, you will notice a huge difference in your demeanor, you won't be as depressed. It just changes every part of your life. And it's really, once you find that shift and you feel it, you don't want to go back. You get addicted to that feeling, and you don't ever want to put anything in your body, and you start caring a lot more about the things you put in your body, and you become more selective, and that's a good thing. And that will help you going through any adversity in your life, because you're already going through hard stuff. Why make it hard on yourself? Why not make it easier by having some discipline and putting good things in your body that will help you feel good? That not only that, but we're going through the coronavirus right now, and by eating proper nutrients, your body's going to use those nutrients to get rid of any foreign matter or foreign viruses or bacteria or whatever a lot better and a lot more efficiently. So that being said, if you like this video and you found some value in it, you can go to my website, escobarj.com, and donate any amount of money that you feel is worth the value of the information you received in this video or any other videos you've watched. Also, I do paid coaching, so if you're going through a tough time in your life right now, I do a paid phone session with you, coaching. And also, at the very least, share this with your friends and family on any social media platform. You can also shoot me an email and tell me your situation, and I'd be happy to respond as best I can and help you with anything that you're going through. That's my purpose, is to get this out to as many people as possible and to help as many people as possible. So that being said, I hope you share this. I hope you're always learning, always growing, and always pushing forward. And that being said, I will see you in the next video. See ya.